Okay.
All right. So who are you? Where in the world are we? And what's the name of your box?
Okay. I'm Amanda Schnell. We are in Houston, Texas. This is CrossFit H-Town.
All right.
It is actually, what is today? January 3rd,
Yep.
2022. Our gym has been here just outside of downtown Houston since 2010, and I've been a coach here since 2012.
Wow. How long have you been doing CrossFit?
I've been CrossFitting since 2008.
Oh, you are
Yes.
original school.
Yes, I started CrossFitting in Milwaukie, Wisconsin at BrewCity CrossFit. So
Okay.
if you make it to Wisconsin, you got to go to BrewCity.
BrewCity. All right.
They have a bar in their gym.
That sounds awesome. It sounds dangerous, but amazingly awesome at the same
Yes.
time. Yeah, that's very cool.
It's called the Finisher.
The Finisher?
Yeah.
Okay. I bet you got some good stories about that place.
They didn't have it when I was
Oh,
there
okay.
because I've been down here for 10 years.
Okay.
But.
So tell me about your community here at H-Town.
Yes. So our community here at H-Town is really close knit. There's a lot of professionals that work downtown. You can get the skyline maybe in another picture.
Fair enough.
And we're close to the highways, so there's a lot of people that come into town and work out here. But there's also a lot of people that live in the neighborhood that also work out here. So we have a lot of neighbors that are also members. And we've got a lot of long-term 10+ year members.
Okay.
And then we've got a lot of new members too. And it's the beginning of the year, so there's always some New Year's resolution members that we'll be welcoming in.
Of course. Yeah, that's good. So tell me about this sign. We Houston so hard. What does that mean, and what do you guys do with this space?
So our original owner did a gym remodel when the shutdown happened for COVID.
Yep.
So there was a lot of painting and our rig structure changed. This gym has had many different layouts over the years.
Yeah.
And it was, we called it our Instagram wall, where initially it was like neon lights that said Houston.
All right.
But if you think of a neon light and glass and wall balls in a gym,
Not a good combination,
it didn't work. So then we replaced it with sidewalk chalk.
Love it. Looks good. Do you change that ever? Does it ever say something other than Houston?
We can. We haven't.
Just stick it with Houston.
Yep.
All right. I like it. All right. A couple of weird questions.
Okay.
CrossFit. Your experience kind of questions. So if you could go back in time and talk to yourself before you ever took CrossFit, so way back in 2007,
Yes.
I guess, right?
I was a young little ignorant girl.
What advice would you give yourself about your CrossFit experience that was coming up?
I would say to just be consistent.
Okay. What does that mean for you?
For me, that just means every day showing up.
Okay.
And to not necessarily take everything so seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to tell yourself.
Yep.
I like it. I like it. All right. If you were going to have a memory wipe, and I know you got a couple of years of CrossFit memories here, but everything related to CrossFit, the people, the places, the experiences, the workouts, everything was going to go away. But you're allowed to keep one. I know everyone would be, we all would be, but you get to keep one memory.
Okay.
What would that one memory be?
Ooh, one memory. There's so many good ones.
And this can take a minute. Don't worry. This is a tough question. I know.
Oh man, I don't know. I think
Most people cheat and give me more than once.
I really enjoyed I took my level 1, my level 2, I took the CrossFit endurance course, I took the gymnastics course.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So all the courses are really just awesome. Great experiences at those, met CrossFitters from all over. Here in our community, there's so many, it's so hard to pick one. I think what's cool about our gym is we've had a lot of people who've met, and there's been, I think, over a handful of marriages of people who met at our gym.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
CrossFit babies, I don't know if you were talking about earlier, there's been multiple couples who've had babies at the gym, and we used to have workouts that were named after babies that were born that were really terrible.
That's good and bad. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that fits for CrossFit, I think.
Yeah. And I always love the open every year. So I guess if I had to really narrow it down to one, it would, and I don't know, I'd have to pick one open, but I would just say just the open every year is my favorite.
Okay.
So I know that's cheating, but
It's okay. It's not a quiz.
Yeah.
But that's good. That gives us a lot.
Because the whole community comes together. There's people that surprise themselves and hit PRs and get their first pull up or first double under. Just the open is cool just to see everybody. And then personally, I've like pushed myself and I think I got my first bar muscle up during the open back
That's
in,
awesome.
I don't know what year it was, like 2014 or 15.
That was a big deal back then. Not everyone could do them. Now everyone can do them, right? But it's like back then, nobody, like hardly anyone could, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think a lot of people have an apprehension about the open, but you just kind of lean into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The open's the best. I try to encourage everyone to do it.
Okay.
And people are, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm scared. But it's really for everybody. And it's a great way for people to get their first at something or we have a good community here that shows up and cheers people on, which is invaluable. And we hire a DJ sometimes to come and just the ambiance it's pretty inspiring. So.
That's awesome. Very cool. All right, so you've been doing this a few years, couple years. You've seen a lot of things happen in CrossFit from 2008 to now.
Yes.
What's one thing what's going to happen in the next 5-6 years that people don't expect, but it's going to happen? Like, what do you see happening in CrossFit? Like, what's a future prediction of it? You're just guessing.
If I had an 8-ball. I feel like they already did bring they went back to the ranch for the games. I think there's going to be, I don't know, there'll definitely be a new piece of cardio equipment introduced.
Oh, okay.
Because we've seen, obviously, like the bike erg, the assault bike got added in years, and then the ski erg got added. There's going to be another piece of cardio equipment that will be added at some point. To
meet that constantly varied requirement?
Yes.
Yeah. Love it. Very cool.
Coming from the endurance athlete.
That's like your thing, right? Yeah. Well, who does your programming here? I forgot to ask.
So we have a team of coaches that collaborate. I used to do some programming on the endurance side. It's been a while since I've done some, but occasionally they let me. But we have a team of coaches. We have a weightlifting program, and then we have one of our former coaches who that's kind of his sole focus right now. And we do work with CompTrain today. In the past, we've worked with NorCal, NCFit, for not necessarily like it's not like copy and paste, but it's inspiration, and then we make it right for our members and for our gym and our equipment.
Which is what's really important.
Yeah.
It's never about the actual workout, it's how does it fit the athletes, right?
Yes. Yeah. And so we have a coach that he's really good at making it fit for our community. So
awesome.
He was in you weren't here earlier. He was in the 515 class.
Oh, I missed him though.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. That was great.
No problem. Thanks for